Yo, hello and welcome to another episode of the End to End Football Podcast, the final one for the Premier League season. Sean, looking a bit disgusted, bro. We got a final to play, big man. You know what I mean? Huh? There's something to look forward to. You know what I mean? Not like these other teams where it's, you know what I mean? It's all done out, But let's get to it, man. An unnecessarily dramatic day. Final game of the season. I'll let you take the floor, boy. How's the emotions?
Oh, mate, it was all over the place. But you don't get carried away until the final whistle because anything can happen, especially with that Pep team, boy. And he proved that yesterday or on Sunday. Man, when I heard them go 2-0 up, I said, no way. But obviously, we're there going 1-1, going to hell and back with Wolves to get the second goal. I was like, oh my days. I was ready to. I was thinking, if City lose this game and we draw this game and they win the league like that, I would have been vexed up until this end, probably end of this week, or until Saturday when it's Champions League final.
Oh my days. Yeah, that would have to be the worst scenario. Do you know what I mean? Out of all of them, it's for them to lose or draw, and you guys don't do your business at home. Yeah. Oh, absolute L, boy. Absolute L. But then, man, they just gave you that hope. But then it's a mad one because there was no point of the day where you guys went top. Because it's like you never scored in time. Do you get what I mean?
To go top, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you start scoring when the job was near enough done.
Yeah, Salah scored once it was 3-2 to City already. So
he got gassed, boy, until the crowd was like, yo, big man, it's 3-2. He was running off like it's a Aguero moment, boy. I know in his head he was like, what? League winning goal, top scorer. Hey, hand me the trophy, boy.
But didn't go his way, but he came on and got the goal in it. So he done his bit.
It's funny when, like, probably if City were just walloping Aston Villa, he probably wouldn't have brought them man on it.
Yeah.
It's only because he was like, oh, hold on. We could be in business here, boy.
Exactly. So you have to slap him on because he could score and help us win it. But yeah, he did come on. He done what he had to do. So Villa couldn't hold on. They crumbled. When the first one went in, I thought, oh, here we go. And then I hear a couple of minutes later, second one, I was like, yeah, they're not holding out. And when they got 2-2, I said, this is not going down.
And especially all of them 3 and 5 minutes here, and City was starting to look like they were running out of ideas until Pep made the changes.
Yeah, he brought Sterling on, didn't he?
But them ones here where, like, sometimes I don't like to give managers credit for stuff they should have done from the beginning in the first place. We saw Vinicius violate Fernandinho, yeah?
Yeah.
Why are you playing him at the back? He was getting twisted up by Watkins.
You know what? Watkins is wasteful because he had opportunities to put that game to bed and he squandered a lot of them.
He done it against you, man, as well. He's one of the man that's always dangerous.
But until it gets to the end products, yeah.
Exactly. You don't put it away. But yeah, Man City, you're panicking. The shape of the team, everything, just, they weren't looking right. They started to, like, long ball it at one point. The man are running out of ideas. And when Coutinho slapped that goal, it was full panic mode, where.
Yeah. The thing is, they threw everything forward for it. Because even that's how they got the first goal. How the first goal went in. It was from a goal kick. Yeah. No, from Aston Villa.
Oh, Aston Villa. Oh, yeah, just booting it, innit? Yeah. Yeah, man, they're just counter attacking them. But yeah, man, the panic mode was coming in there, and then obviously, yeah, they got the job done eventually, but a job that they should have done in the first place. I just thought the team he played out there was just wrong. You know what I mean? Then he corrected it.
But you know what he's like when he gets to the last game, he tinkers with it, he overthinks it, and
it's
he
like
usually flops it. But yeah, he didn't yesterday.
It's simple things here. You got a CDM playing at centre back in Fernandinho with no pace here. Then at right back you got John Stones, who's not a right back, who's a centre back. Whereas when he made the changes and you had Zinchenko there as a fullback, Cancelo as right, do you know what I'm saying? Like the team just makes sense now. You know what I mean? It's like, why didn't you do this in the first place? Why are you just doing some funny business?
Overthinking it. But you know what? Saying that, Liverpool done the same thing. It was like they were just throwing everything forward. The game plan went out the window, and it was just like throw everything at them, including the kitchen sink, and let's see what happens. Because you know what, we could have got killed off as well. Because the amount of times I saw them racing through and goal, and I'm seeing not Van Dijk, I'm seeing Matip chasing back, I'm seeing Henderson charging back, and I'm thinking.
All composure goes down in the last day, boy. That thing. But yeah, man, what's that? 92 points to 93. My days, man. You know, I just competing with a monster. But like I said, I'm the wrong guy, boy. I don't feel sorry for you, big man, at all, bro. I don't feel sorry for you, man, because, bro, I felt this pain. You know what I mean? Finishing on 97 points and just still walking away with nothing. Nah.
Yeah, but like I said, we've gone up from last season, from 4th to 2nd, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League final again. We got a monster of a game on Saturday. So
I'm gonna kick this off here before even you address some of your rivals, yeah, because I'm seeing a lot of fans of other teams, you know what I mean, talking smack here, but like, bro, you man were like an Alisson header away from not even being in the Champions League.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And having a disastrous season. Then, I mean, what did you make? Like one signing? Did you make that many signings in the summer? Who came in the summer? I don't remember.
Konate.
Yeah, Konate would have been excellent.
That
but yeah, man, like, do you know what I mean? And then come in and in every competition you've taken it to the last day. You get what I mean? You've won 2 out of 3 of the competitions. You know, 1 point behind, Champions League final to come. Certain man will bite your you know what I mean, your hand off.
But you know it is certain these other supporters are only looking at we finished second behind City. But hold on, we're in the same league. You're meant to be competing with this team. Where was you? Where was you, man? The worst for me has to be Arsenal fans. Is that where have you been all season? You ain't beat us. You ain't beat City. So how could you try and bat at my team? You got no trophies to your season. Was your season a success? You made Europa League. I'll give you that.
What happened to them games in hand, boy?
Crumbled.
Man said it's that Jamie Lannister hand, boy. That thing.
Exactly.
Like, yo, long. Absolutely long. Now, do you know, I can understand, even though it's shameless here, I can understand Man United fans because that's your enemies, isn't it? You never want Liverpool to do well. You never want that team to do. So you're going to take pleasure out of it. Come on, whether you're good, rubbish, or whatever, yeah. But Arsenal, I don't understand. Liverpool ain't even your rivals like that. So where's the banter coming from when you bottled top 4 to Tottenham? Your rivals. You know them ones.
Touche.
You know, like it's just, yeah, I don't know, man. Arsenal fans can be shameless, way. They can be.
Do you know what?
The thing is, there's some sensible Arsenal fans, but it's like the silly ones are the loudest, unfortunately.
Do you know what? They overshadow them. It makes you forget all about the sensible ones because the ones that talk nonsense, they just overshadow them because they're just loud for no reason. But you know what? With all due respect, United, you lot are shameless as well because you lot went from finishing second to signing Sancho, Varane, and your goal, and you finished what? 6th. Shameless. You're bannering Liverpool, but if you look at this season, that's head to head. That's 9-0 in aggregate to us. Bing bing.
I say bing bing. You know. Speaking of goals, boy, that's them finishing on zero goal difference, boy. Nil qua on the goal difference. They've scored just as many as they've conceded. That is insane. And the thing, no one, I don't want to say like the table doesn't lie, yeah. Which you look at the top two or whatever, top three even, he doesn't lie about how the teams played over the season, yeah. But Man United is a false position. Just the same way second was a false position last year. They weren't the second best team around, yeah. False, even this season, I don't even think they're the sixth best team in the league.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I have them as a mid-table team. They have been shocking.
You know what? It's only because West Ham bottled it the last game of the season. Why don't they finish in that position? Otherwise, it would have been Conference League for them.
I think for their fans, it's just one of them ones when you have one of them seasons where you're like, boy, I'm glad it's over.
Yeah,
you just can't wait for the season to be done. That's all it is. But you know when you're rock bottom, it's like, boy, you can't get any worse, innit?
Do you know what? What the funniest thing is? Like I said, at the beginning of the season, if you spoke to them, even if you spoke to the other podcaster in Double R or whatever he wants to call himself nowadays, if you spoke to him, you thought they were going to challenge this season. Because if you look at it, they somehow managed to finish second last year, and they've made all them signings. What's happened? And you brought in Double R. He was supposed to be the father for Tuchel and Klopp.
Well, Klopp's granddad and that. Boy.
How that turned out.
Nah, it's mad. And I've seen some of and it's like these guys, so funny. Yeah, like obviously for me, I'm keeping an open mind on the what's it called, the Ten Hag situation, innit? It's a wait and see job. I'm not gonna come out here and say, he's dead or he's the next best thing. I'm just gonna wait and see and see what he's saying, because like I said, I'm not that knowledgeable on him, but he seems like he's got his style of play and all this kind of stuff. So, but we'll see in it.
We'll see. That's what I'm saying. I'll give him a chance.
We'll see. But the thing is, I've seen some gas already. The early little sprinklings, like Salt Bay, just little sprinklings of gas, from some United people, where they're hanging on this man's every word in the press conference. Oh, look how he was shaking every journalist's hand and looking them in the face. Like, what is it going to do with anything, bro? You know what I mean?
I think if you wasn't taught that as when you was growing up, then you've got some issues,
brother. Like I'm like, you lot are down bad, boy, because you're holding on to anything. Yeah. Then I was hearing some stuff about his press conference. The journalists asking him all these questions in it. And he's like, I want to bring Man United back to this, that, and the other. I've got my style, and they're like, oh, look, yeah. Oh, he's gonna do this. Because I'm hearing like a lot of assumptions. So I'm watching other channels, United channels, and a lot of people are coming out with stuff like, Maguire, it's over for him, because this manager is not just going to play him. I was like, but you don't know that, though. Which is why I'm saying I'm going to wait and see. I'm seeing a lot of people are coming out with, Bruno is not going to do, Ten Hag is not going to have that, or Ten Hag is not going to have this. But when Ole left, there was an assumption that some of these men are not going to see the team. And what did we see? We saw McFred. We saw, Maguire play every game, even if he has a howler. But I'm just seeing a lot of assumptions from the United fans. I'm like, you don't need to just relax and just see what happens in it. Stop assuming.
You know the worst thing is good. These lot have probably only seen him play in 1 or 2 Champions League games, and remember that he's got so far in the Champions League, and that's it. They ain't watched no other game. They think he's gonna come in and change everything. Yeah, it's gonna take time. By the way, I did read something today that Maguire is in his plans. So stop that. So
funny that you say that in his plans, because in this press conference he did also say a couple of times, this is the side that finished second. When the journalists are asking the questions like, this squad is dead or whatever, you're gonna have to make bare changes and stuff like that. Yeah, questions along them lines. He was like, well, we have to remember this is the side that finished second, so it's the side with a little potential. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm a United fan, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear about finish second, bro. That was some fake second, big man. Don't ever try to say this is the side that finished second as if these men need to go, bro. These men need to go. But like I said, boy, it's like with Ralph Ragnick. I didn't know nothing about this guy apart from he managed Ajax when Raul was there once upon a time, yeah. And I was like, let's wait and see. But when I saw McFred and Maguire still playing, I was like, don't know about this man. Do you know what I mean? That same thing I'm doing with this guy. If I see Maguire, McFred, boy,
Do you know what?
I'll be right. You see when I wrote off their title challenge on the second day, the second game, they beat Leeds and they got gassed, and then they drew or lost the second game, I think. And I said the title race is done. I said they're not in.
I think they drew. I don't think they lost that early.
But I remember I wrote them off. And a certain man on this pod was like, "Nah, it's too early." Yeah, it's like, bro, I've seen enough in it.
Who's that? The Ollie in, Ollie out?
Yeah, Ollie in, Ollie out, man. Yeah, but you know me, yeah. If I'm gonna, I'll stick to what I say. Innit? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna flip flop. Yeah. So, boy, like I said, boy, I'm gonna watch them first 5 games, and my verdict will be in, boy.
Do you know? I think it all depends on who he brings in, because if he thinks he's gonna come in with that team that he's got there, he's got another thing coming. You're getting smoked on a regular basis. I mean, he will change up the play a lot, because I tell you what, watching them in the second half of that season, you don't know what they were trying to play. Them players did not care, mate. Well, you know, Pogba's gone. Cavani, he needed to go, and by his antics at the end of the game, throwing at the fans, he's definitely gone. There's loads of them. He needs a big clear out.
Yeah, Match is gone, but there's a lot. See, the people that are leaving are people that they weren't in the team anyway. Do you get what I mean? Like Pogba, injured most of the time, or you know what I mean, in out of the team kind of thing. What's his name? Mata never really, you know what I mean, played. Matic kind of played towards the end of the season. They got desperate. Lingard wasn't really factoring. These are like the guaranteed to leave, if you get what I'm saying. Yeah, they weren't really in the team like that. The people that need to leave, they got big contracts, and I don't know if they're gonna get rid of them.
Yeah,
even if they want to, because even this, they've already come out and said Wan-Bissaka needs to cut. Yeah, but bro, Palace would be interested in him, but Palace will want to buy him for peanuts. They ain't gonna want to pay big money. Do you get what I mean?
And his wages would be mad, isn't it?
Exactly. So it's one of them ones where he might end up staying there on a big contract.
To be honest, I heard him say that Maguire's in his plans. He's got no choice, because no one ain't gonna buy him. He's got no choice. You got to make that work, innit?
That should be interesting. Maguire, like if he starts him at the beginning, I'm not gonna, be too worried. Yeah, but it's when he starts to have inevitably, when capital letters when, he starts to have the mistakes and the foolishness. And if he stays and keeps playing him, then we know nothing's changed, innit?
To be honest,
that's the problem with Maguire, bro. It's like, it's one thing coming in as a new manager and saying, okay, everyone's on a clean slate. That's fine. Because sometimes certain players, they get a new manager and you're like, right, who's this? You know what I mean? But if you're manager after manager, mistake after mistake, and you keep playing, boy.
Yeah, to be honest, he'll bring in his own training stuff. So, yeah, he's got a lot of work to do on the players that he's got there, because, like you said, they down tools. And I reckon if they do that with him, they'll just find themselves not in the team, innit? As simple as that. He won't be forced to play them like Double R was.
That's what I want to see, though. That's what I'm waiting to see. I wonder if some of this stuff is contractual, because now we've had 3 managers, or whatever many managers, and certain man don't seem to come out of this team. You know what I mean?
But the thing is, you got to look at the state of the managers. Look, Ollie was always going to be a yes man. Double R, Double
R was a side man as well.
Yeah, he's not nothing. That's why when he came, I'm thinking, why you believe in the hype that you lot have heard? You lot don't know nothing about this man, but okay.
Them man were watching like him do TED Talks and stuff, you know what I mean? Talking about football and getting gassed and that. It's all long.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad.
Bro, it's muddy times. It's muddy times. But like I said, the season is so bad that logically you would think there has to be some kind of improvement. Surely. I can't see it getting any worse than this. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, it only takes a few signings to dramatically improve the situation. Definitely, they need a midfielder, because as far as I'm concerned, they don't have one. I can't count the goal they conceded to Palace here, brother. Did you see it?
Yeah, big up Zaha as well.
That is ridiculous, bro. A throw-in, he's not even looking, and he just kicked the ball towards your own goal. Like what?
Trickled it, lovely. It's a brilliant way to end the season, Kuda.
Bro, it's like, it just summed it, like I said in the match today, summed them up, bro. Do you know what I mean? The guy, it sums up Bruno just doing Hollywood passes He didn't no thought behind the pass. You know what I mean? He had time to take a touch and pass it. But nah, I'm just gonna do this wild, no look pass. You know what I mean? Flick to the other side. And then Dallo, the way he just got done by Zaha as well, he's another side, man. They definitely need the right back. Especially if you're gonna sell Wan-Bissaka. I'm sorry. I'd rather play Wan-Bissaka than that Dallo, bro. You know what I mean? That Dallo, yeah, on the ball, he might be just a little bit better than Wan-Bissaka, yeah. But brother, defensively, he's loose and his crossing is dead as well. So what is the point?
You know what?
Anyway, let's talk about this man because we end up doing the whole thing on United. But you know what I mean? The man are just they are what they are, innit?
I know, but you know what? They needed a segue in this pod because if a certain man was here,
they are what they are. But anyways, let's move to top four was done in it by the final day, really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Tottenham was never gonna lose to Norwich.
Tottenham didn't bottle it, you know what I mean? They like, I mean, you would have had to try really hard to try and bottle that one, because Norwich are dreadful. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, they put them to the sword. And then funny enough, you know, Everton, after they'd already stayed up, you know, midweek, they down 2s as well against Arsenal. So it's a bit of a nothing thing there. Yeah. But let's go to, you know, the relegation. The two teams that were left battling out for relegation. Two teams that sacked their managers. Bielsa sacked what's it called? Leeds.
Yeah.
Sean Dyche sacked by Burnley. We got Mike Jackson on one side, and I don't know what the American guy's name is, boy. Ted Lasso or whatever, isn't it? No, it's not.
Ted Lasso.
But you know, they got the American guy in it, you know what I mean, over at Leeds, yeah. And it's obviously come down to the last day, and you would think who would you say on paper? Because you had Burnley playing at home to Newcastle, and you had Leeds away at Brentford. Coming into that with both, you know, they just need to do a better result than the other team.
You know what? I always had Leeds down to stay up. I just did not see Burnley beating Newcastle. I did not see it.
I'm not gonna lie. I actually thought Burnley might do it. I thought Newcastle might be on holiday because they got nothing to play for, but they played like their lives were on the line, bro.
Yeah. Do you know what? You see Newcastle when they played Liverpool? I think that was a tough game, and you see how they slaughtered Arsenal, slaughtered them, and killed their hopes. I was like, you know what? They could be a problem for Burnley because even though it's the last game, they want to end on a high note, innit? So
yeah, they were cooking. They were absolutely cooking. But you know, crucial times. I mean, this is our final L of the season, and for me, it's the biggest L of the season. The Burnley defender, I mean, he's a young kid. I think he's 21 years old. Signed in the summer. Obviously, tough times or whatever. But, bruv, that handball is ridiculous, bruv. He must have thought he's in the court with LeBron and that, bruv. Like, I don't know what was going on. You basically relegated your team.
And you know, he had a shaky moment before that. He had a big shaky moment before that where he was trying to dribble it around in his own box.
Yeah.
And got tackled. And that was the opening part of the game, actually.
Jeez. But yeah, man. Nathan Collins, boy. Hold the biggest player L of the season, boy.
You are one pathetic loser.
You know what? Yeah, this next L is going to be doubly harsh. It's a double L. I'm giving it to the Burnley manager as well, Mike Jackson, yeah? Again, you're playing at home. Do you know what? I'm giving it not just to Mike Jackson. Two sets of people are going to share this. The Burnley crowd and Mike Jackson are both going to share this one. Because that atmosphere was dead, bruv. If you look at it, as much as I cussed them, I was happy when Vieira kicked that dunny. But the atmosphere, the atmosphere that Everton done, for that Crystal Palace game, it was loud. You know what I mean? Like, it was hostile. That was an atmosphere. You know what I mean? I mean, they were getting cooked and came back, but it was an atmosphere. This one, they might not even got hyped when they kind of thought they might do something. You know what I mean? It was a dead atmosphere, bro. It's like they almost gave up, as if the league, as if them staying up wasn't in their hands. So both of
Exactly.
them, the Burnley crowd and their manager, hold this L, and I don't ever want to see you in the league ever again, bro. You nonsense Brexit team. Get out of here.
Epic fail. You are one pathetic loser.
I think man's forgot about them racist fans as well, bro. The camera always likes to zoom in at the one random IC3 done in the crowd, like say it's a diverse crowd, bro. Drop me out, blood. Drop me out. I'm so happy they're out, blood. I would like to see Everton just for bands, but you know, if I was to be given a choice between Leeds and Burnley, definitely Burnley. But yeah, man, you and your crusty football come out of the league, bro. Hopefully Kone goes to another team, bro. You know what I mean? He deserves to be playing Premier League.
Of course, him and Pope, they'll be gone. They ain't going down there.
Absolutely decent, man, and obviously absolutely fantastic for Leeds just about staying up. You know, they're gonna need to back up their ideas, because they can't play like this next season and survive.
Do you know
some teams are vexed though, because what's his name? The Brazilian guy that plays for them, the right winger. Rafinha and that Calvin, whatever his name is, they had them relegation release clauses, isn't it? I think it's like 25 mil you could sign them if they get relegated. Obviously, Barcelona and whoever else wanted thingy, boy, they're crying, boy. Love to see it, boy. Love to see it. But yeah, man, what did you make of them?
Make of what? Burnley going down. Get out of the league, man. Get out of the league. Man, they deserve to go down.
The league, bro.
I mean, look how Sean Dyche has kept you up, and you wanted to disrespect the man. Get out of here, man. You lot deserve to go down.
You know Dyche is burning one fat cigar right now.
100%. Because he's the one that signed that Collins. What's his name? Nathan Collins?
Yeah.
He's the one that signed him in the summer, isn't it? And look, he just put the nail in the coffin, like, yeah, you might want to play games? You're going down now.
Oh my days.
The handball was bad.
It's terrible. And you know what? It's like double cruel, because remember Ben Mee?
Yeah.
Newcastle signed him, innit? That's why they had to sign that Verghost, whatever his name is. So the team that took your main striker or whatever now relegates you as well. Peak. You couldn't write it. You couldn't write it, boy. That's why I think sometimes these Premier League fixture lists are fake, because I was talking about on the weekend. I was like, the teams that at the beginning of the season that people thought were going to be, you know what I mean, with a possible shot to win the title, yeah, Liverpool, Man City, and people also saying Chelsea. All them three teams were at home, innit?
Yeah.
On the last day. I'm like, coincidence. Yeah, I mean, coincidence, yeah? Yeah, get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Anyway, I got one other topic, yeah, which I think this is an absolute joke. Absolute joke. And that's the Premier League Player of the Season, which went to De Bruyne. And even worse, the Young Player of the Season, which went to Phil Foden. I mean, I want to ask your opinion. Do you think those are the deserving man?
No. The man didn't deserve that.
It's an absolute joke, bro. De Bruyne, like, he only started, like, doing things this last couple of months.
Yeah, but there's that recent bias.
Yeah, recency bias.
Yeah.
Phil Foden, what? He had a couple of purple patches in the season. Like, bro, Saka for me, like, if I'm going with the Young Player of the Season, does Trent still count as a young player? I don't know if he counts. How old do you have to be?
I don't know.
I think he does, you know. Trent, if he doesn't, Saka, even if Saka doesn't, yeah, even man like Gallagher, I'll put above Foden. No way am I saying Gallagher is better than Foden, by the way. But we're talking about the season and how they've played. Drop me out, bro. Foden shouldn't be known. It's literally just, they won the league, so let's just give them the, you know what I mean?
Awards, yeah.
Awards, because even when you look at Man City themselves, their most consistent player has been Rodri all season.
Hey, robot, that man there.
Bro, crucial, and he's a defensive midfielder, and he's also scored crucial goals. Scored a crucial goal last night. The winner at Arsenal last minute. I think another game as well. Where they came back. Was it West
I think
Ham?
he scored about 3 in a row. Rodri
Yeah.
did at one point.
Yeah, but he's been playing well throughout the whole season, whereas De Bruyne has been up and down.
Yeah.
If he went to Rodri, I would have been like, I don't know. For me, I always prefer like a Salah Son type of player. You know what I mean? To get the thing, but fair enough, innit? But that's a joke. That's just they want the things, so give them the thingy. Like I said, even Saka, I'll play, or young player, not the thing, but young player. Like, come on, man. I think the young player is even worse. That was an absolute joke. Because I think Foden's form has been very, very inconsistent
Up
this
and
season.
down. 100%.
To me, Foden last season was better than Foden this season. I don't think he's even played better. Yeah, I think it's an absolute joke, man. But boy, it is what it is, boy. Who would you have said, boy?
Oh, you know what? I would have said Salah. I'll be honest.
I said, yo, Salah and Trent, hold that.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, I couldn't even argue with that. Even though Salah's form went down a little bit, he's still top scorer in the league.
And top
You
assist.
know what I mean? Top assister in the league, yeah. You can't really argue with it. You can't argue with it. Do you know what I mean? Like De Bruyne is almost a little bit like Mane. Mane was quiet at the beginning and then picked up towards the end.
Yeah.
But I think he's even worse than Mane, because I think Mane even was a bit more consistent than De Bruyne this season. So yeah, man. It's an absolute joke, bro. So he's just like one of them man with them political ones, where them man there, what are they called? Where they from? Abu Dhabi, whatever people, where they come with a duffel bag, boy. You know what I mean, to secure the awards.
And make sure our players get these awards. It was probably Pep playing his man games. Everybody loves Liverpool. Everybody wants Liverpool to win.
What is that about as well? Like,
don't
me out, man. Man, see, he's like he's turning into Mourinho in the press conference now. You know what I mean? Like, everyone's against us. Like, bro, you're Man City. You owe the money. What are you talking about?
Boy, I mean, it's funny because he then came up saying the league is more harder to win and Where's this all come from, big man? Yes, you've won the league, but you can't win the Champions League.
He's absolutely rattled.
With all that money you spent, you cannot win that Champions League. Hey, what's happening?
No, he's absolutely rattled, bro. Because this is a man that's won 6? No, 4 out of the last 6. Well, actually, 5 out of the last 4, isn't it?
No, it's 4 out of the last 5.
4 out of the last 5.
Yeah, Premiership, yeah.
Premier League titles, which is mad. I mean, to win that many and then still come out and say that it's harder to win the Champions League is a bit it's a bit crazy still. Do you know what I mean? Like,
boy,
the man are walking the league. I mean, are you telling me they signed Haaland to win the Premier League again? Is that why they signed him? They signed Haaland to say, oh yeah, let's make sure we secure the Premier League again next year. Mate, no, bro.
He's going for the jugular.
Exactly, bro. You're doing it for the Champions League. Don't come here and lie, bro. Because I remember when you won it with Barcelona against Man United and that, bro, you weren't there talking about, oh yeah, this is nothing. It's the league that's more important.
Mate, do you know what I find funny is with Pep is that could he come and take a team like a struggling team like Arsenal and build them up to where he is now with City?
With billionaire owners, he can.
Obviously, with a smaller budget.
Yeah, with billionaire owners, he can. But boy, if he budget, give him a budget, then boy, that football, he plays champagne football, and it requires a certain level of player. Boy, you can't.
He knows the players he needs to make his thing work.
Yeah.
So I do give him that.
You can't. The football can't run. It's not cheap football, way. You know what I mean? It's not cheap football. It's expensive football. You need a certain type of player who are very expensive to run that football.
The one thing I like about Pep as well is that he's ruthless. If he signs someone and he realizes, nope, that's it, they're done. They ain't coming back in the team.
But you know what it is with that as well? Yeah? It's like, is he ruthless or is he just allowed to? Because let's say, like you just pointed out, yeah. Let's say not even Arsenal. Let's say it was a Tottenham. And Daniel Levy managed to spend some peas for once, yeah, sign a player, and then he comes back in the summer saying, "Nah, I want another keeper." Levy would tell him to do one, bro. He's like, bro, I just spent 50 million You know what I mean? And this guy telling me, what, you want another one? Nah, bro, hold that. And that's what a lot of owners are going to do. So he's allowed to do that.
Yeah, but
Man
then
knows that he can get away with it.
This is what you get when you want these type of managers, isn't it? You have to
Yeah.
spend the money, otherwise they ain't coming or they ain't staying.
Oh boy, we'll find out with Tottenham as well, isn't it?
Well, apparently I was reading that they're gonna grant him 6 players this summer, isn't it? So let's see what 6
Which is
players
a
he
weird
gets.
number as well to say 6 players, because what's the money saying? Because they're saying 6 players for maximum 15 mil each. Do you know what I mean? What exactly is it, bro? But he's saying 6 players and we're including Kulusevski, who's basically on loan still.
I
Or
think he's
whatever.
gonna be on loan again next season. And I think if he plays over 20 games, they got to buy him for 35 mil.
Yeah. I mean, that's a bargain because that guy he's been fantastic. He's been fantastic, man. I mean, as an Arsenal fan, that should make you sick to your stomach, bro. That what you lot done in the summer was get rid of players, and then man, they signed players, and look who finished top 4. I mean, the maths is pretty simple, right?
Boy, when they went head to head to see which way it was gonna swing, the Arsenal fumbled it, innit?
Exactly, man. Exactly. But yeah, man. I mean, that's pretty much all I've got. Boy, have you got any other standouts?
No. It was just an interesting last day to the season, isn't it? It's been a long while since you had a title challenge that went all the way to the wire, isn't it? And even the relegation battle, all the way to the wire.
Yeah, it'd have been
It's
better
been a
if
very
Everton
long
was still
time.
involved too, but yeah.
Oh man, that would have made my day if Everton went down.
Oh man,
That I don't want to see with Charlie and his face again. He annoys me.
Oh my days. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Boy, I was gonna say we'll be back next week, but whichever way this Champions League goes, one of us ain't gonna be wanting to be on this podcast. Like, that ain't happening. I'll tell you that, boy. Because if we lose, I ain't doing no pod, bro. I'm not here. That would be a solo thing, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for yourself, because I tell you now.
You know what I mean? It's absolutely long, but yeah, boy.
In fact, you know what? Before we go, predictions. Let's do a prediction.
Bruv, this is a Champions League final, bro. I'm just gonna blindly back my boys, bro, for no reason, bro. 3-1 Madrid.
Whoa. Whoa.
I said, whoa.
So you
Bro, what do you think I was gonna say? Liverpool? I don't care.
Nah. But the way you just try to say 3-1, you try to take my team for Arsenal out here.
I don't care if it's 3-1 on penalties. Like, what, blood? Anything. I'll take a win, boy. Any win by any means necessary, bro. Even if the thing deflects off the what's it called, the ref's head top. I'm taking it.
Yeah, I'm backing my boys still.
Yeah, what you say?
2-0.
2-0, yeah. All right. There you have it, boy. Put your bets in, gamble responsibly, and that. You know what I mean. And boy, I ain't taking no banter from no one because your club ain't in the Champions League final, boy. So yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, we'll catch you later. Peace.
Bye.